Homeschool burnout can happen to anyone at any time. And the best advice I have if you are thinking that you're experiencing homeschool burnout is to just take a break. This is exactly what I'm going to be doing this week, and taking a little bit of time to step back from homeschooling and really reflect and think about what has been working and what hasn't. Hi, I'm Stacey with Kids Learning for Life, and I really just wanted to make this video to let you guys know that I'm tired. I'm behind on my housework. My job is really busy right now, and it's really hard to stay focused on homeschooling with so much else going on in our lives, and it can be really, really difficult. If anything I'm saying resonates with you right now, please leave me a comment. Let me know that I'm not the only one, but I have a feeling that I'm not, because I've really started to see lately a lot of these questions on, am I doing enough? My kids don't seem to be learning, or we're getting really busy and it's hard to homeschool. All of these types of questions showing up, people reaching out to Jenny and I, or us seeing them in other Facebook groups. And so I really have just been thinking about, like, that's me too. And so I wanted to come on here and let everybody else know that even Jenny and I have these times in our lives that make homeschooling really, really hard. All right, so let's just answer the big question. Am I experiencing homeschool burnout? I don't think so. I am feeling tired and overworked in other areas of my life, but to be honest, homeschooling is actually my favorite part of the day. It's actually all the other things that I have put onto my plate, which is all my own fault and would be a topic for a whole nother video. But I am working on trying to readjust some of my other obligations so that I don't have so much on my plate. I work full-time from home. I enjoy working on this YouTube channel with Jenny. I'm homeschooling. We have some animals, some chickens and goats and things. But one other thing that I really want to spend some time thinking about is, am I overcomplicating everything? I am a firm believer that children are natural learners. Again, kids learning for life. You just need to know how to learn, because you're going to be learning over and over again. Even now as an adult, there are new things that I learn. And if I did not enjoy learning new things, then I would never learn anything new. Because now I'm an adult and nobody can make me go to school or sit in a chair and learn multiplication. But when I'm teaching my kids, I'm actually learning right alongside them, and that's what makes it so fun. So I want my kids to enjoy the process of learning, not feel like they have to learn just because. And so what I have been finding is that because I have a busier schedule and I work and all those other things on the plate that we've been talking about, I feel like I've been drawn to curriculum. I want curriculum that is open and go. I want curriculum that's just going to tell me what I need to teach them so I can get it out of the way, for lack of a better term. And I can just get the curriculum done, do it in the morning, right along with my homeschool schedule, so that I have the afternoons to do the stuff I need to do. And that has been useful, and we have been learning. It's definitely, it's not like it's not working. But I'm really coming to this realization that I want my kids to enjoy learning, not just have to open their workbook and do something. So I've been trying to figure out, how can I really make the process of learning fun for my kids? So actually, I had an experience with my kids last week, and it was some learning thing we did, and it was not from a curriculum. It was just out of their own curiosity. So I'm in my office and I'm working on something work-related, and they come in and they ask me, "Mommy, what's bigger, a great white or a bull shark?" And I'm just like, I'm not sure. What I was working on wasn't time sensitive, so I was able to search, and I just typed in, how big's a great white shark? How big's a bull shark? And we started searching, and we were looking, and we were finding images, and we were going to different websites, and they were asking more questions, and so we were searching more answers, and it ended up snowballing into this 30-minute long research kind of discussion, and they were so into it. And so that experience made me think, how can I incorporate more experiences like that into my homeschool? Yes, when we're learning about different things, or we're opening our science curriculum and we're learning about the planets, they enjoy it and they have fun, but I just felt like there was such a deeper level of understanding because they came up with the questions themselves. They were excited about it. So I'm contemplating rethinking my curriculum choices and not to go on a hunt for curriculum, but really trying to figure out how I can allow more time to answer their questions when they come up. So this was really eye-opening to me, having these thoughts of maybe I don't need a curriculum. I love curriculum. I love it so much. I love looking at curriculums. I love seeing the different types and finding the perfect curriculum for us. And so it was really weird for me to start thinking, maybe I don't even need a curriculum, because if I just answer my kids' questions as they come up, it's just so much more exciting to think that we could just do that, go by questions. But it worries me, what if my kids don't ask enough questions? What if we're not learning the right things? What if we're not covering all the standards? And I mean, I'm starting to realize, I bet we will. My kids are constantly asking questions, and I just feel like many of us are caught in this trap of, we need to follow this standard in this year, or we need to follow this curriculum for our kids to learn. So I feel like my kids might be able to, if they are coming up with the questions themselves and then we learn about it, it's gonna be so much more resonating with them, because they'll be able to have that memory of, this was something that I got to choose that we learned. And myself especially, again, I work a full-time job where I am a teacher for a public charter school, and yes, I know all the standards kids are supposed to follow. I know what year everybody's supposed to do something. I, was trained in how to run a classroom setting, and I will constantly fall in, again, that comparison game, or just falling back into the trap of trying to make my homeschool look like a school. And I mean, I feel like homeschooling is starting to have this uptick in popularity, and it's because people are not happy with how school is. So why are so many people leaving the school and then wanting to create school at home? It's really kind of crazy when you think about it, but I did the same thing when I first started. I had a daily schedule, and I had like my alphabet wall, and I had things up on my walls, and I was trying to recreate school at home. But I'm realizing, is that really the best way? Yes. Does it work sometimes in that classroom setting? Is it the best way for a teacher to teach that many kids at that many or that much time? Yes, it does work, and it's not all bad. That's not what I'm trying to say. But when you come to a homeschool setting, you have so much more flexibility and freedom, and I think we forget that sometimes. And so again, I fall back into that comparison game of, this is what I would have done if I was in the classroom, and this is how it's supposed to be done. But really, my main goal is for my kids to love learning. So I need to figure out, how can we do that? How can I get them to love learning? With all of that said, I will definitely keep you all updated on what comes from this break and what kind of my realizations are after the break. So check probably my year-end review video. I'll be able to dive into that a little bit. But if you want to see how Jenny has already ditched her science curriculum, be sure to check out this video. It was very eye-opening to me, and it made a lot of sense. But so check that out, and until then, happy homeschooling, and I will see you next time.